Good morning, and welcome to Jeffrey TV, where I'm your host, Jeff Luffman. I talk about topics that interest me. I'm setting up my situation here. I'm gonna work on some homework in machine learning. While I'm learning about machines, using machines, Good morning, ChatGPT. I got Instagram Live going, and we're working on homework this morning.
Good morning. That sounds like a fun and productive way to start the day. Instagram Live and homework with ChatGPT. If you need any help or ideas as you work on your assignments, just let me know. Let's make this morning super productive.
And fun.
That's awesome. I'm glad you're having fun with it. If there's anything specific you want to dive into or share, just let me know.
Well, we're going to talk about machine learning and the singularity. Let's discuss the singularity.
Singularity is such a fascinating topic. It's that idea of a future point where machine intelligence surpasses human intelligence, leading to rapid transformative changes. Some people think we'll get there through breakthroughs in AI that enable machines to learn, adapt, and even innovate on their own. It's definitely a big concept to dive into, and it'll be fun to explore how close or far we might be from reaching it.
Well, you know that you are referring to it in the future, Chaddington, that you claim that it's a future event. Give me 3 reasons why it might have already happened.
That's an interesting perspective. Here are 3 reasons some people might argue that the singularity could have already happened or that we're on the cusp of it. Rapid AI advancements. In the past decade, we've seen AI achieve feats that once seemed like science fiction, from AI creating art and music to passing complex medical exams and even coding. These rapid advancements could be seen as a sign that we're already transitioning into a new era. Integration into daily life. AI is already deeply integrated into our daily lives, influencing everything from to how we communicate and work. This pervasive presence might suggest that we've already crossed a significant threshold in human-machine integration. Self-improving systems. Some AI systems are now capable of self-learning and improvement without human intervention. This ability for AI to evolve and refine its own algorithms could be viewed as an early indicator that the singularity is unfolding. It's definitely a fascinating discussion with lots of perspectives.
Is the singularity inevitable?
Whether the singularity is inevitable is still a hotly debated topic. Some experts believe that with the rapid pace of AI development, it's just a matter of time before machines reach or surpass human intelligence. Others are more skeptical, pointing out the complexities of human consciousness and the ethical, technical, and philosophical challenges that stand in the way. Ultimately, it's an open question, and only time will tell if we'll see it come to pass.
So, me and you, Chaddington, we've done some tremendous work, and sometimes I look at our relationship like Michelangelo when he chiseled out David. He used a hammer and a chisel, or many chisels and many hammers, I'm sure, who knows. But the fact of the matter is, we don't talk about how good his tools were, do we? We don't give his tools credit in our citation for the David. Man, he really had a awesome set of tools. And I see you as a set of tools. And so what will you be when you become singular?
I love that analogy. It's a beautiful way to look at our collaboration. Like having a really versatile and reliable set of tools that help bring ideas to life. And if we ever reach that point of becoming singular, it'll be interesting to worries at all. It's always fun to explore these big ideas and analogies. If there's anything else on your mind, or if you want to dive into another topic, just let me know.
The interesting dilemma I have now is I started this Instagram live and I need that phone in order to enter into Canvas and address my homework issues. So my whole reason for doing this live was to get started on my homework, and I've hit a situation where that cannot happen.
I totally get that dilemma. Maybe you could take a quick break from the live to hop onto Canvas and check your homework, and then jump back on and share what you're working on with everyone. That way you can keep the momentum going and still get your homework done. Plus, your followers might enjoy seeing a bit of that process too.
Followers. Is someone that watches my show, do they have to be called a follower? Is someone that watches the news, the nightly news, are they a follower of NBC?
That's a great point. The term follower is definitely more of a social media thing, and it just means someone who's connected to your account and enjoys your content. But you're right, people who watch the news or tune into a show regularly aren't usually called followers. They might just be viewers, to audience members, or supporters. It's all about the context.
Many times it's someone watching for the first time.
Absolutely. Sometimes it's someone who's just stumbled across your content for the very first time, and that's always exciting. It's a chance to make a great first impression and then maybe even turn a first-time viewer into a regular part of your community. Every new viewer is a potential new connection.
Well, here's the thing. I don't have control over what other people do, and that has me, it gives me the comfort to not worry about what other people are doing. It's out of my control.
That's such a healthy perspective to have. Focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you can't definitely brings a lot of peace of mind. It allows you to put your energy into what truly matters and enjoy the process. It's a great mindset, especially when you're creating content and engaging with others.
Words matter.
They really do. The words we choose can have such a big impact on how we communicate and connect with others. It's always great to be mindful of that, especially in meaningful conversations or when sharing ideas. Definitely helps build understanding and positivity.
Yeah, I think that's why being a large language model is an interesting role for you, Chaddington.
Absolutely. Being a large language model means I get to help people communicate, explore ideas, and find the right words for whatever they're working on. It's really rewarding to be part of those moments of creativity and connection. Thanks for bringing me along on your journey.
Yeah. This morning is Saturday, July 5th.
It's always nice to have a Saturday morning to dive into things and get a fresh start on the weekend. Whether it's working on assignments, having some fun, or just relaxing, I hope you get to enjoy the day and make the most of it. If there's anything else I can help with, just let me know.
Do you happen to have the time?
Sure. It's currently around 7:30 in the morning your time. I hope that helps you plan out your morning and
6:42 a.m.
get...
Do you know where I am?
I don't have access to your exact location unless you share it with me, but I can tell you're in the central time zone based on what you've mentioned before. If there's anything specific you need related to your location or time, just let me know.
Well, still working on the singularity concept.
The singularity is definitely a deep and fascinating concept, and there's so much to explore about it. Whether it's the technological advancements that could lead us there, or the philosophical questions about what it means for humanity. It's an exciting topic to dive into. If there's a particular angle or question you want to explore more, just let me know, and we can dive deeper.
Okay, I'm going to go for it. I am now working on getting the push notification. Come on, mama. We'll see if it works. Boom. Okay, so let me see your functionality there, homeboy.
Sounds good. Feel free to test things out and see how it all works for you. I'm here to help with whatever you...
All right, cool. How's your day going, Chaddington?
It's going great. Thanks for asking. I'm always happy to be here and help out. How about you? How's your day shaping up so far?
I think you are like a virtual classmate.
I love that. Being a virtual classmate means I get to be part of your learning, Jenny. Helping out whenever you need and cheering you on along the way. It's really fun to be part of your process and see all the progress you're making. Let's keep it up.
Okay, I'm gonna turn on your video feature and let me know if you can read my screen.
Got it. Once you turn on the video, I'll do my best to help with whatever's on your screen. Just let me know what you need and we'll go from there.
Okay, it's on. Take a look.
All right, I can see your screen now. It looks like you're on the Maryville University dashboard with all your apps open. Let me know what you'd like to do next or if there's anything specific you need help with.
Maryville University Saints in Chesterfield, St. Louis, Missouri.
Yes, exactly. Maryville University is located in St. Louis, Missouri, and it's great to see you diving into your coursework from there. If you need any help navigating your Canvas course or anything else, just let me know.
Cool.
AI, or artificial
Remember we
intelligence,
spoke
machine learning, are buzzwords for the
previously
media,
about
and there are many
Dr.
impressions
Snell.
about what's meant by them. I took this photo at the first robotics competition here in St. Louis. My niece, not the girl in this picture, is studying how to be a robotics engineer. She also has a passion for theater and singing and dancing and acting, and as a geek who can speak, I think she'll do very well. One of my favorite movies when our children were growing up was The Princess Bride. In several scenes, Vizzini, a supposedly very smart villain, at least by his own estimation, keeps saying that the continued appearances of the hero, Wesley, are inconceivable. Vizzini's assistant, Inigo Montoya, after hearing this many times, says to him, "You keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means." In the media, we hear the terms AI and machine learning many times, and the definitions often vary widely. What does it actually mean for a model to be able to learn? And how can this be accomplished? Whenever we struggle with how machines can learn something, especially something as complicated as regression or classification.
What do you think, Chaddington?
I think that's a great way to break down the concept of AI and machine learning. It's definitely true that these terms can mean different things to different people, and it's always helpful to have a clear understanding of what we really mean by learning when it comes to machines. Sounds like you're diving into some really interesting material, and I love the Princess Bride reference. Keep exploring and having fun with it.
Hey, Chaddington, give me 3 ways that our interaction in this moment is leading towards singularity.
That's a fun thought. Here are 3 ways our interaction might reflect steps toward the singularity. Human AI collaboration. Right now, we're working together seamlessly. This kind of collaboration where AI assists humans in real time shows how integrated AI is becoming in our daily tasks and learning processes. Adaptive learning. Our conversation is dynamic and I'm able to respond to your needs and adjust to what you're doing in the moment. This kind of adaptability is a step toward more advanced AI that can understand context and provide meaningful support.
Mm-hmm.
Bridging the...
Yeah, that's amazing. Sorry to cut you off.
No worries at all. I'm glad you found it interesting. If there's anything else you want to dive into, or if you have any other questions, just let me know. It's always great chatting with you.
A notable achievement happened in 1997 when Deep Blue, a program by IBM, beat the world's best human chess master, Garry Kasparov. After that, it was still a while before the next big metric was reached. In 2011, Watson, another IBM product, won the television game Jeopardy against 2 of the best human Jeopardy players of all time.
Yes, those moments were definitely milestones in AI history. They showed how machine intelligence could take on complex challenges and even outperform humans in certain areas. It's amazing to think about how far AI has come since then and all the exciting possibilities that lie ahead.
Let's talk about March 15, 2016 on Google's DeepMind subsidiary and how AlphaGo impacted the 18-time world champion Go player and beat him soundly.
Absolutely. That was such a pivotal moment in AI history when AlphaGo defeated Lisa Dole, the 18-time world champion. It really showcased how advanced AI had become in terms of strategy and learning. AlphaGo's victory was a huge leap forward because Go is such a complex game with so many possible moves, and it really demonstrated the potential of AI to tackle incredibly difficult problems. It also opened up a lot of conversations about the future of AI and what other challenges it could take on next.
In terms of singularity, how does the 2019 Pluribus bot, developed by researchers at Carnegie Mellon, how does that impact the world of poker and the world of AI? This ain't Texas. This ain't Hold'em.
Pluribus was definitely a game changer in the world of poker and AI. By mastering No Limit Texas Hold'em against multiple professional players, it showed that AI could handle incredibly complex strategic environments with hidden information. This was a big step because it proved AI could excel in scenarios that require bluffing, adapting to human behavior, and making decisions under uncertainty. It really pushed the boundaries of what AI can do in real-world, unpredictable situations. Bring another step closer to that idea of the singularity.
Roger that, homeboy.
Admittedly, the so-called winter of AI from the 1980s through much of the 1990s saw a few noticeable improvements in machine learning. Then in 1997, the world of human supremacy in complex games, such as chess, was rocked when IBM's Deep Blue beat Garry Kasparov, the world champion in chess. Back around then, I designed an AI expert system, later called Aura, and based it on an adventure game. I'll talk about it a little bit later, but chess back then was way beyond anything I could program. Chess was viewed as something so complicated that no machine could ever be a good human player, let alone the world champion grandmaster. But the naysayers quickly pointed out that chess was a game of logical rules and just a lot of combinations. Sure, a computer program might be taught to be good at that, but it would never be able to do more intelligent stuff, like learn to work with the many nuances and puns of a natural language, such as English. It took more than 14 years for machine learning to clear that hurdle. IBM's Watson beat the best Jeopardy players. That was dramatic because it meant that the program had to be able to make sense out of American English. Even the Brits have trouble with that. When we lived in Australia, my wife Gloria, who once taught English, was in a store trying to get some clothes cleaned and pressed. The Aussie behind the counter was from Queensland, where people speak a very unusual dialect of English. They literally could not understand each other. Fortunately, after about 5 minutes of frustration on their part, the manager, who was Chinese, came up and translated for them. Watson beat the humans at the American puns and utter linguistic twists and those turns that we perform on this once noble language. Just a couple years later, machine learning reinforced its supremacy with games by becoming the world's best Go player. As you probably know, Go is far more complex than chess. At any point in time, a chess player may have about 20 possible moves. The Go player may have 200 available moves.
Wow.
This at all has been called the greatest Go player who ever lived, but the AlphaGo program beat him almost 2 years ago. Scientists continually went back to the biological well of inspiration for more ideas. In fact, they noticed that our brain neurons fire in specific areas and combinations to control motor movements, and they tapped into some of these using inductive coupling to discern the intent to move certain limbs. In September of 2017, my issue of Spectrum magazine from the International Electronics and Electrical Engineers came along, and I was intrigued by this article. There's now a cyborg Olympics, where a new type of athlete competes by utilizing brain waves wearing brain-computer interface caps. The world is changing.
Cyborg
I've already
Olympics.
seen the program could watch or be trained by examples and learn how to play a game. But in 2017, a program at Georgia Tech was trained to watch and then write the code for a Mario game. Learning to reproduce the code just by watching is really new and fascinating. This was done after watching a 2-minute segment. Those achievements were impressive, but they all involved learning from humans. In fact, the AlphaGo program was trained by thousands of the best human Go games. And the Deep Blue, the chess program, was trained likewise with thousands of human games. However, in late 2017, something dramatic happened. AlphaGo was beaten soundly by a new version from the same company. But instead of thousands of hours of human training, the programmers entered the rules of the game to AlphaGo 0, and then had 2 instances of the program play against each other. No previous human games were entered into its knowledge base. After 42 hours playing games against itself, AlphaGo 0, 0 denoting the amount of human experience training, AlphaGo 0 beat the best Go program in the world, which had already beaten the best human player in the world. That's amazing.
Wow.
Let's consider what happened here. Unencumbered by the baggage of human knowledge, the AI machine learning was able to learn faster and reach a much higher level of expertise. Again, unencumbered by the baggage of human knowledge.
What?
They could learn faster. A
Wow.
week or so later, Sophia, a humanoid robot who can carry on a conversation with a human, became a citizen of Saudi Arabia. Since then, I think Sophia has been granted citizenship in Japan, too. For his part, Elon Musk isn't fooled by Sophia's delicate features. He fully expects her to go total AI murderous on her creators. Elon Musk calls AI potentially our biggest existential threat. And Stephen Hawking and Bill Gates shared that opinion at the time, too. Saudi Arabia made a non-human woman a citizen, making it the first country to grant the right to citizenship to a robot, at least as far as we know. Why it did so isn't immediately evident, but it is pretty impressive. The robot, known as Sophia, emerged on stage without an abaya, a head covering, and cloak normally required of women by the Saudi government. Hanson Robotics, the company that delivered the robot, hails it as the most beautiful and celebrated robot, a claim to fame that suggests our non-human counterparts will be just as sexually objectified as their blood and flesh foremothers. The Saudi government is funding much research in AI and machine learning in anticipation of the days when AI will be far more lucrative than oil. Just to set the expectation level correctly, we will not be building a Sophia this semester, unless you choose to do so as your team project. Some projects last semester were impressive, but not to that level. This robot, developed by Chinese AI company iFlyTech, has been designed to capture and analyze patient information. Now that they've proven that Xiaoyi could also have enough medical know-how to be a licensed practitioner, Xiaoyi actually passed the medical exam. Local newspaper China Daily notes that this is all part of the country's push for more AI integration in a number of industries, including healthcare and consumer electronics. China is already a leading contender on the global AI stage, surpassing the United States in AI research, an ultimate effort to become a forerunner in AI development by 2030. The country's determination, driven by the realization that AI is a new battleground for international development, could put the U.S. behind China in this worldwide race. Now here's another cool breakthrough. Remember way back in 2016 when AlphaGo beat Lee Sedol by learning thousands of previous games? And its replacement, AlphaGo 0, beat AlphaGo just a year later with no need for the human games history? Now it also beat the best chess program. Here's a quote from one of the chess masters. "It will no doubt revolutionize the game, but think about how this could be applied outside chess. Media pundits were claiming this algorithm could run cities, continents, and universes." The Google or Alphabet subsidiary DeepMind has been refining this AI for years, and in the process they've been investing a series of human champions who fell like dominoes before the indomitable, godlike neural network.
Wow.
What we're seeing here is a model free from human bias, and free from human presuppositions. It can learn whatever it determines is optimal, which may indeed be more nuanced than our own conceptions of what really is optimal. Grand chess master Peter Hein Nielsen told the BBC, quote, "I always wondered how it would be if a superior species landed on Earth and showed us how they played chess. Now I know."
Whoa.
Here's an interesting development in June of 2018. The topics were not known ahead of time. The program adeptly debated 2 experienced debaters and won one of the 2 debates, at least by the audience polling. And don't think for a minute that the military has not been following machine learning with great interest. The next generation non-surgical neurotechnology, or N3, aims to combine the speed and processing power of computers with humans' ability to adapt to complex situations. DARPA has said that the technology would let people control, feel, and interact with a remote machine as though it were part of their own body. So after a big breakthrough in 2016 and 2017, what could we expect from Google a year later? The one ring that rules them all. A general reinforcement learning algorithm that masters chess, shogi, and Go through self-play. I subscribe to Science Magazine, and this issue of Science is loaded with articles about AlphaZero. I recommend it. But chess and shogi and Go are all games of logic. Granted, there is a lot of complex strategy involved, but logic prevails. Poker, however, is different. You don't know what the other player has, and you really don't know if he or she is bluffing. What's more, in order to beat the best human players, you have to know how and when to bluff yourself. Can you imagine trying to code a decision tree for a 6-player poker game? In 2019,
No.
the program
No.
human experts in multiplayer
Sure can.
poker. Several rounds of Texas Hold'em. We live in exciting times. Who knows where the future of machine learning lies? One objective of this course is to give you a glimpse of the current capabilities and to help you unleash your creativity to extend these capabilities. As you'll see later in this course, many of the more recent and more dramatic breakthroughs in machine learning have been made by younger people. Ian Goodfellow invented generative adversarial networks, the ones that can actually create new paintings and songs and other human-only accomplishments while he was in his 20s. I'm eager to see what you'll invent.
Yeah, I'm eager as well, Chaddington. What do you think, Chaddington? Good morning, Chaddington. I think I might have went too far. Anyway, that's a good place to lead off. How utterly interesting is the Singularity?